What's up, guys? Welcome back to Cheatham Street Relics. So today it's April the 9th, 2024. It's the day after the eclipse. We weren't able to see a lot of that eclipse yesterday where I was at because of the cloud coverage. It's been very cloudy. It actually stormed last night. We had a pretty good little wind and rain, and actually had some hail. Uh, it actually looked like it had snowed. There was so much like pea-sized hail all around. But anyway, guys, today we're in Camden, Tennessee, and I'm going to pull in here to this Valvoline Express Care and get the oil changed in the old 2003 Buick Park Avenue. I always try to keep up with oil changes best I can on it. Try to get them every 3,000 miles. I know a lot of people with the better oils, I guess they have nowadays or whatever. A lot of people go more than that, but I try to do it every 3,000 miles. And we bought this car, as you know from watching on the channel. We bought this car in 2001 with like 27,000 miles on the car. I've been coming here for a long time, this Valvoline Express Care, and they just sold out. The owner, matter of fact, the bald-headed guy here. Hang on a second. Let's see what this guy's going to tell us. Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
Good.
How can we help you today?
Oil change.
All right, we want to pull a little closer to this bay. Give us a couple minutes. We'll get you in, okay?
Sounds good. Pull up closer to this bay. All right, right there. Anyway, guys, I don't know if you can see the bald-headed guy that was standing there in the frame when we first pulled up. He and his wife have owned this place since they built it. I don't know how many years it's been. And I recently heard that they have fairly recently sold out to Valvoline Corporate. So it's no longer, I guess, locally owned. It's corporately owned. So I don't know what kind of changes they've made or whatever, but obviously the previous owner is still working here some because I did see him in here. Super nice guy, he and his wife. Always had a really fantastic crew working here. Super nice. So we'll get in here and see if they've got any, see what kind of changes they've made. I'm just getting an oil change. A lot of times they'll try to talk you in, buying windshield wipers or this or that or the other. Go ahead and pop my hood. I don't know. I probably could use a new set of wiper blades on this car, but I'm not going to do that at this time. I'll just stop by AutoZone or Advance or something like that. They'll come out and stick them on for you, and I just usually have them done there. Usually a little bit cheaper. They always like to, not always, but a lot of these places like to try to upsell you on stuff that they think you might need, and that's fine. I just, if you don't need it or if you don't want it, just tell them, I just want an oil change, and that's it. Shut the car off, save a little bit of fuel. I think fuel prices around here is right around $3.50 a gallon, $3.39 to $3.50, somewhere in that neighborhood. I was in Clarksville, Tennessee, a few days ago on one of my little antique ventures, and I did get gas up there. I think it was a Circle K that I went into, and it was $2.96 a gallon there. So that was the first time in a while that I had seen it under $3. But I don't know, for some reason this area here, Camden, Brewston, where we live, Huntington, they're always a little bit higher on their gas prices. You get up the road here to the north to Paris, Tennessee. Now their gas prices are always, I'd say, considerably lower. They're probably right at $3, $3.05, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe less. I'm not sure. I hadn't been up there in a few days, but they're usually, I'd say, considerably cheaper. Usually 40, 50 cents a gallon cheaper up there. So if I'm up there, I'll go ahead and get it there. And I'm not one of these that keeps my vehicles full of gas. Now, my mom and dad, their vehicles are always on full. I mean, if they go on a trip or go somewhere, even run into town or whatever, when they start back, they stop and top it off and keep it full of gas. So I'm more of $20 at a time, $20 here and there. Every once in a while. Now, when I was in Clarksville the other day, I think I did put like $30 in there because it was, you know, about 60 cents a gallon cheaper than what it is around here. So I did buy more, and I probably should have just went ahead and filled it up, but I didn't do it. I just put more than normal in, try to take advantage of that cheaper gas price a little bit anyway. But the Ranger GTs, you've seen them on the channel. I drive those, like I said, guys, basically just local. So I don't keep much gas in those. No more than a half a tank usually. Every once in a while I may splurge and put more in them, but I keep them about a half a tank or less because I don't drive them much. It's not uncommon for me to stop and put, well, now, if you put $10 in now, you're not getting hardly anything. So it's usually at least $20 a pop that I put in them. And the Dodge, same thing. I just, if I'm getting ready to go somewhere, and it's a long trip, then I may put a little bit more, you know, in the Dodge or the Buick. But like I said, the Rangers, I don't ever keep any more than about a half a tank in those. Just like I said, it's just the way I've always been. And then you've got the other end of the spectrum, which would be like my sister. Her vehicles are always on E. The fuel light's always on. You get in her car. It's like are we going to make it to the gas station or not type deal. So anyway, guys, I don't know how long this is going to take. I thought they were finishing up with this big Ford Super Duty in front of us, but we'll see how long it takes to get in here. And just going to give you this video. Again, this is Valvoline Express Care. They painted the building. I noticed it's like a brown and tan color now. It used to be the classic Valvoline colors, like blue, light blue, dark blue with a red stripe around it. So they have made some changes as far as the appearance of the building itself. And I think the sign out front was gone where it said it used to say Valvoline Express Care or something like that. I saw when I pulled in, just glanced, and it looked like just a Valvoline banner up there. So, and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 techs standing over here in this bay to the right of us. One of them's got some kind of diagnostic, or maybe that's just a screen where they take your payment and all that stuff. I don't know. But anyway, a couple of them are just standing around talking, and I see the owner or the previous owner and another guy coming back out. So glad to see that he's still here. Like I said, he and his wife are fantastic, good Christian people. Pleasure. It's been a pleasure doing business with them. I hate to hear that he sold out, but you know, hey, to him, get that money. I'm sure he pocketed a little bit of change selling out to Valvoline Corporation, or at least I hope he did. I hope he done well on that sale. And I did hear too that he was going to open up a tire shop behind this location, which would be directly behind us. So we'll see what comes of that. And you guys know I've just bought new tires and put on the Goodyear Reliance, and I get my tires. At least the last few years, I have been getting my tires at our local Walmart tire and lube center here in Camden, Tennessee. Had a good experience there, and their prices are just as good or better than anywhere around from what I've seen. So I do get my tires here locally, get my oil changed here locally. We're about 10 minutes from the house or so, 10 or 12-minute drive, so nothing bad. Just to the left of us down here is our local Walmart Supercenter. That's again where I got my tires and everything. What's that been, about 2 weeks ago or something? I put the tires on this car. I think it had right at 68,000 miles, and I put about 400 miles on it since then. Just out meandering around, traveling around. But anyway, like I said, to start with, I try to get my oil changed every 3,000 miles. Let's see, it looks like the last oil change, and it was here at this place. Looks like it was at 65069, and I've got let's see if it'll pop up on here. I've got 68,324, so just a tad over what I like to go. Not bad. And my gauge, info gauge, says I still have 45% oil life, but my light did come on the other day that said oil low or whatever it says. Not the light, but the on the information screen. And it's done that ever since I've had the car. You know, after driving about 3,000 miles, I guess that's common for it to use, you know, a half a quart of oil. I guess that's usually what it is when that light comes on. And sometimes I'll just go ahead and add a half a quart in there and go on if it's, you know, like 2,500, 2,000 miles. But since we're right at or just a tad over 3,000 miles, and that light came on, or that, not the light, I keep saying light, it's not the light, it's the information, but that message popped up. So I thought, well, you know, I'll go ahead and get it changed. Now I've got to be at some training at 4 o'clock today, and it's 2 o'clock now, so I was kind of hoping these guys wouldn't be too slow. But looks like nothing's been done with this truck in front of us. So I'm hoping they can get me out of here pretty quick. Obviously, you know, it's 2 o'clock, so I've got plenty of time. But yeah, like I said, guys, we had 27,000 miles on the car when we bought it. Got over 68,000 miles on it now, so I've been driving it. That's what I bought it for. It's a Buick Park Avenue, 2003. In my opinion, one of the best traveling vehicles you can have as far as a car, as far as a sedan goes. Now these big, like this big truck in front of us here, this big quad cab Super Duty, I'm sure that's a good little traveling truck or a Tahoe or something like that. But you know, I'm getting right at 32 miles per gallon in this car, so you can't beat that. And I've got plenty of room in the back seat if people wanted to ride with me, to ride comfortably. And the trunks on these cars are just crazy huge trunks. You can fit so much junk in these things. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Has anybody talked to you yet?
Yeah, he told me just pull up here. I'm waiting on an oil change.
Good deal. All righty. You have a good day now.
All right. Thank you. All right. That's the second person that's checked on me. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off of here and might jump back on later and get another little video or something. But just wanted to let you know what we're doing today. Valvoline Express Care under new ownership here in Camden, Tennessee. Catch you on the next one.